And as a parent, as a father, some people say I went off the deep end. It's mixed reviews. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this to make a storyline or any of that.
Y'all, welcome to Reality TV. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Now let's get into this tea. Young Jock talks about the altercation between him and his son on the last episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. He also speaks on watching his nephew die last year because of gun violence. Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below. Now check this out.
You gonna swing on me? Y'all want gangster run? I ain't did nothing to that man, bro.
Alright, a lot
that
to take in.
That was emotional for me.
No, it was for me, even watching it again, because to the world that may not know, you'll see how it plays out. Due to me being on the country, I can't tell you what's going on, right? But I can expound on what has already transpired, what you've seen. And as a parent, as a father, some people say I went off the deep end. It's mixed reviews. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this to make a storyline or any of that. And I think if you've been watching the show, you can even see that you haven't seen me a lot on this season because I was dealing with a lot of different trauma that I didn't think I wanted to share, not even needed to be shared. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of people in the last year, due to violence. And so as I'm talking to my son, I'm like, hey, man, I just want you to know that I love you. And a lot of times it's a lot of young men, brown children, not just black, but it is a lot of black kids that don't get the proper rearing from their parents or just the proper talk. And when you're looking at a show, you don't see the full escalation of the situation because of the edits or whatnot. And I'm pretty sure people are aware of that. But when you're taking it in, you're not even considering that. And I talked to him, and I think that my son felt that I should have waited to have this conversation and not on this show. But I'm like, I don't know how to pick a time sometimes for what's on my heart at that moment.
Right.
As a parent, And I just, to any parents out there that may be dealing with anything like this, it's because it's trauma. We all have it. I'm not perfect. I ain't never even said I was perfect one time. I don't expect my son to be perfect. I just want him to be the best version of himself, man. So we want to talk to the parents out here. Anybody out here who, may have a situation, may have, either lost a child to the streets, or you're trying your hardest to save your child from the streets. I'm not perfect when it comes to parenting. So, sometimes when I get to talk, my son says I use my hands. Y'all know I'm melodramatic. So when I'm to that place, which y'all rarely see me, it looks a little more extreme because people are not used to seeing that. It's just too many times when I've been in situations and had to talk to somebody's kid and then see them perish. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the worst thing ever. Like somebody reaching out to you saying, "Hey man, can you talk to my son, man? He want to be a rapper. He want to do this and that. Can you just talk to him?" Then you meet the kid and you be like, "Yeah, man, homie, homie ain't here for none of that." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some of these kids, they don't want to hear it. So as I'm sitting here looking at my child,
you're hanging out with a guy who jeopardized your life.
Hard to just take in him just being disrespectful like that. But it's okay. We working on it. We're working on it. I love my son.
You gonna go after that?
We're working on it. We're working on it. So why don't I? It's like when you know somebody know better. It's just like that homie who getting crazy with the police, and you look at him like, hey man,
you know what's going to happen.
You know what's going to happen. What you doing? Why do that? So when your child is talking to you, and because like they didn't show, I didn't see the scene. I saw the scene that was on like social media. I didn't see the whole scene, so I don't know if it showed more. But it was calm for a long time. You know, we were calm for a very long time, having a discussion. My son came to apologize. So I was open to that. I was like, you know, it takes a man to admit when you're wrong or to be able to say, hey, I don't mind expressing my humility. We both got carried away as men. You know, we're going to honor each other and continue to put loyalty and integrity first. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it started. Then it kind of got to the point like, man, I'm grown. I don't want to hear you talking about, I don't want you telling me when I'm wrong. Like, what?
Ooh, that was just
and it was the bucking for me. You know what I'm saying? And I think it just, we went there, man. You know, some of the traumas that I dealt with this last year just was too much, man. You talking about right up, just a few feet away from where we were talking. I lose my nephew right at the front of the club because some knucklehead decided he wants to have a shootout. Like, I witnessed that. You know what I'm saying? I witnessed that. I walked away from nephew like, hey, man, I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? We good. We were talking about the whole idea and the concepts of hookahs and how to make it better for the people and blase this and blase that, you know? And I walk away to go count some money, and before you know it, I hear everybody screaming, talking about it's a shootout outside. By the time I look up at the camera, I see the guns flashing in the camera. By the time I get to the front door of the club, my nephew is laying lifeless. I got to hold his dad up, who's my business partner. He watched his son perish right here on the sidewalk of our business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm holding him up while he reaching for his son. Nobody wants to experience that. No man, nobody, period. You know what I'm saying? Then you turn right around and that happens on the interior of the venue, of the club. We're on the inside and whatever happens and this young man decide he gonna put his hands on the security, however that go, and the security shot 3 times. He got hit the neck, the face, the back, and he ended up shooting his other security guard. So two people got shot. Yeah, we closed business. All the patrons are out the business, but you still got people in there working. You still got people at work. And my son, being one of those people, he's right across from where the man was shooting. So the cat who calls, because he swung on the security guard with the tag in his ass, and before you know it, it's a shootout. My cousin's standing right there. My cousin, usually general manager at any of my spots I own, you know what I'm saying, club-wise, a venue like that. And he's standing there. He could have got shot right in the face. Like,
I don't know what's hard for your son to understand about that. You know?
See, the thing is, it's like he felt like,
man, you don't understand when you.
He felt like it wasn't. He felt like it wasn't Holmes' fault because he didn't shoot, but he incited the situation, so that caused that. You know what I'm saying? So on one end, I understand him just trying to be like, damn, bro, you just got bush, you straight, you good, you know. But after that happened, and I had already talked, I said, look, I just want you to just stick with me. Let's just still clip everybody right now. Let some of this, you know what I'm saying, subside, and we'll work through this. I'm trying to. Then I get a call and it's like, yo, he over here kicking it with home. And I'm like, well, what are you doing? And in his mind, he didn't do nothing wrong. I say, you didn't do nothing wrong. But as we're talking, having a conversation, he telling me like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. But here I am shut down. I got goddamn $1 million lawsuit, $500,000 lawsuit, $117,000 lawsuit from motherfuckers getting shot in my place of business. And as I'm sitting having this conversation with my son, it's not that I'm losing my business. The business is shut down. They done revoked alcohol license. The landlord want me out the building. You get what I'm saying? So what am I gonna do now? I'm out of here. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I apologize. I definitely.
You can't buy him now. He will be upset.
It just
they come back.
I'm not worried about the money. I'm not even worried about the money. That wasn't even the concern. You do feel it. You do feel it. I ain't finna sit here and say, oh, it's cool, ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. That's nothing to a giant. Hey man. You gotta be in it every day. I don't care what nobody say. Then I'm talking to my son. I just want him to see life like step back from it for a minute. Let's real. How do we move forward and get better in making decisions for our future? You know what I'm saying? And then having that conversation, I guess the parenting in me is like, hey, I felt like I was riding his ass. But that wasn't the case, you know what I'm saying? It's more like, hey man, I'm trying to talk to you. Do you understand? Like, we done had goddamn all these shootouts at this club. And then I was getting to the point where I'm trying to tell him, like, son, this might have been a blessing in disguise that the club got shut down. Because so many people don't make it. And because this is no...
That's the temperature.
That's the temperature, so let's step away from this.
Again.
So let's step away.
Yes, let's get ourselves out of harm's way.
No problem. That's all. I had to look at it for the blessing in disguise. Like, you know me, dog. I'm looking for the silver lining. Well, okay, so God, and I stepped by and said, God, what are you telling me? I said, do I fight for this? How much money I'm going to keep throwing into this place, trying to keep it open, trying to keep it alive, but people dying? Nah, I had to take the loss on the chin like it is what it is. That's what I'm at with it. But y'all keep watching the show, man. Y'all gonna see how this shit play out. To my son, I love your money. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot on me to see that happen on TV. I know it's even more for you to have to deal with, because I don't want people thinking you're a bad person or a bad child. You're not. You coming into your own. And I was your age. We start smelling ourselves a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we still gotta always keep in mind, no matter how old we get, there are tiers to respect, and there's a level of respect no matter how old you are. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much, no matter how old you are, there's just a certain level of respect you got to maintain, you know? And to y'all, anybody dealing with kids, man, hey, y'all know how this shit go. Y'all know how it go. Y'all know how it go. It get real out here. We gotta talk about the real.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Hit that like button and comment down below. Until next time.